Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for Virgo. With the pre-shuffle, we have the Hanged Man in the reverse, the Seven of Wands, and the Nine of Cups in the reverse. And this is from the Santa Muerte deck. What I get from this is somebody has been a little bit too stubborn, a little bit too inflexible in terms of I think taking an opportunity when it presented itself to correct a situation or like give in. It feels to me like somebody was so determined to win against you or somebody else in the situation that they didn't realize what they were sacrificing by being so stubborn. They didn't realize that something would forever be gone, right? Hi there, Miss Christina. How are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time, shall we? I hope you guys enjoy that. And that you're having a wonderful day. I think we will dive right into the Tattoo Tarot, get a little bit more info for you guys. Thank you to everyone for clicking on the shorts that I've been doing for this channel. I appreciate it. Virgolicious. Or wait, Virgalius? Were you trying to say Virgolicious? I know you were, right? Right? Like Virgolicious? All right, we have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, a loss. Like I said, a missed opportunity, right? Somebody didn't realize that there was actually an ending that could happen here. Somebody was taking you for granted or the situation for granted. And I think it got to a point where you realized that it wasn't worth asking over and over again for this person to make a change or do something different here because you started getting what I would refer to as the ick, right? Like, this is so lame, but what I'm seeing is I think it was the movie The Breakup with Vince Vaughn, I think, and Jennifer Aniston. I think she says, I don't want you to do the dishes because I told you to do the dishes. I want you to want to do the dishes. So that idea of like, I'm not here to like babysit you into being a good person. Either you are a good person or you're not. And it looks like this person decided they weren't ready to put the adult pants on. They wanted to get away with as much as they could and not deal with their issues. Oh, where did you come from? You should be over there. Page of Wands in the reverse, Six of Wands in the reverse. Man, this person is in a world of hurt right now. There is bad news that hit this person like, what was his name? Huggy Bear? Sorry, guys, all these movie references. Somebody is really feeling the weight of their decisions and realizing that they have basically screwed themselves over. You played yourself. Because they were unwilling to listen to what you were asking them to do, asking them to change, which really feels to me like asking them to grow up a little bit. We have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody was dishonest, perhaps saying they would change when they had no plans on changing. For others of you, this is somebody who refused to be loyal to you, which is coming across to me primarily as somebody who didn't want to include you in decision-making processes and kind of wanted you to be like, you know, in the sidecar while they were Batman, right? I'm glad you like them, Christina. So we have the Knight of Cups in the reverse and the King of Wands. We may have a little bit of a tendency here to be moody or argumentative. I think this would be somebody who would be fixated on something one second and then completely distracted the next. So probably somebody who would not be able to finish projects. So if you live together, this person might have said, hey, I'll renovate this. And then like 6 months later, it's still half done. But this is somebody who would make promises and not, you know, deliver. Five of Pentacles in the reverse. And so now that you have cut them off or ended things, they are trying to find a way to, it's It's like they're play acting. Like, look at me, I'm so happy and everything is going to be great. It's like false, right? Somebody who thinks that they can get you back if they act a certain way. This could be like love bombing. For others of you, I think this sun could also refer to a child. There's that Seven of Wands again. We had that in our pre-shuffle, and it's coming out with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, underneath the Page of Wands and the Six of Wands in the reverse. So we could have some fire energy here as well, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Christina, stop. You're making me laugh. We have somebody here who is a little bit upset because they didn't feel like you came to actually fight. They didn't think that you would stay rigid on one of your boundaries or a decision here to actually end things. This is somebody who felt like you would give up. You wouldn't really fight this to the end, right? Hi there. How's it going, Clive? Welcome, welcome. So somebody's learning a lesson. Somebody bet on you backing down and they have lost that bet. Six of Pentacles, because you know that you're deserving of somebody who is willing to, you know, be more of like an equal give and take, or an actual partner instead of somebody who relies on you to get everything done, right? We're going to take a couple cards from the Golden Lenormand. Coffin. Fox. The vibe I get from these two cards is when you said that this was over, or when you said, I'm not entertaining this anymore, I feel like this fox energy was like trying to like sniff around for any reason possible that they could get you to go back on this. So this comes across as somebody who's a bit of a trickster, somebody who looks for information, not because they want to be informed, but because they want to use that information to serve their own needs. This would be somebody who would have different rules for you than they have for themselves. Like higher standards for how you behave, right? Hi there, Nancy. How are you doing? Hi, Miss Joanna. Oh. All right, let's see. We've got a snake. Oh, Lordy. We had that in Taurus's reading as well. And the sun. Confirmation of the sun. So, Virgo, this feels to me like somebody is going to become a little bit more like visibly shaken or visibly upset, demonstrably inconsolable over a situation that they could have controlled if they had acted when they had the opportunity. But no, they decided to sit on their ass and not take advantage of this. And that's why they're crying now. The sun is, I think, representative of the fact that there's something here that is meant for you, some sort of recognition, accolade, reward, or blessing for how you have acted in this situation. And it's upsetting to them that it is offering a sense of peace or tranquility to you. With that lily, I really get a lot of like, I'm hearing nature noises, okay? Like crickets and, you know, like a pond, the water rippling. There's, for some of you, a different place that you have moved to, a different work environment that you have found. There's some change in location or some sort of goal in mind that you have that doesn't include this person. And it offers up peace, not just because you would be, you know, leaving this person behind, but I think other areas that cause some frustration for you as well. So you could have like some additional family members or even coworkers or friends where it's kind of like an additional benefit that you have some peace from them as well. I love lilies. Aren't they beautiful? I'm so glad to hear you're in a great mood, Clive. All right, so we have waves, emotions, and divine feminine in the reverse. It's really hitting this person what they have done or what they haven't done, rather, and that they can't really change your mind here. So they may have had their doubts initially as to whether or not you would stand by whatever decision you made, but what's really difficult for them to accept is that they created this whole drama, right? Divine feminine in the reverse, clarifying our King of Wands, tells me that we had an energy here that was very much so, what's in it for me kind of thing, right? Like, I'm not going to do anything because it's the right thing to do for other people. I'm really just looking at how I can get ahead or how I can get what I want, right? Hi there, Aqua O Man. I'm trying to do it the right way, but I'm probably going to call you Aquaman again. I hope you're having a great weekend. We've got the Karmic card in the reverse, along with Searching. This feels like a different energy to me. There may be somebody who is like related to this person who is trying to find information on you to help the person that you've been basically telling to get out of your life or getting space from. So be careful what you share online. Don't put anything out there that you don't want this person to find. I don't think they have learned their lesson. This person that you have ended things with, they're trying to ask somebody else to help them kind of like entrap you, find a way to get you into something that loops you right back into that relationship, right? So be cautious. They are thinking of whatever they could possibly do to get you back. And I don't think there's necessarily good intent here because, like, hey, guess what you could do? You could actually work on yourself and deal with the things that have caused the problems in the first place, but this person isn't doing that. Yeah, X is for a reason, right? We have Lost and Interview in the reverse. This person feels like you have been too quick to cut them off, but I don't agree with them. I think they've been wishy-washy and difficult to pin down or difficult to get to actually do what they say they're going to do. So you've effectively said, look, I don't believe anything that you say, or I don't believe the promises that you make because of X, Y, Z. Remember all those other things you said you were going to do that you didn't do? And so when this person tries to have a conversation, I feel like your initial reaction is, guess what? I'm kind of sick of hearing your words because they don't mean anything to me. So maybe just like try to like work on yourself and get some actual stuff done. And then maybe we can talk, but I don't even know about that. So I think this person is about to go through the dark night of the soul or about to choose to stay on that karmic wheel and not work on anything. So we have the Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Ace of Swords in the reverse. There's been some dishonesty here, in particular regarding what amount of effort they were willing to put into a situation. So again, if they make promises, I don't feel like I have to tell you this, but you probably can't trust them, right? This is somebody who says whatever they can to get what they want. With the Seven of Pentacles, I feel like in particular, your feeling is I keep doing what I can to make this work and you don't match my effort. You don't actually try the way you expect me to try. With the Nine of Swords in the reverse and the Ace of Swords in the reverse, there's some sort of dishonesty here pertaining to help or assistance that has come in to you or to them and their inability to acknowledge it. So this is like somebody who got a great blessing or something like a leg up, right? And then they fumbled it or they didn't want it or they found some issue. Like this could be somebody that would probably be a great fit for the Reddit or the subreddit, choosing beggars, I think is the way they put it. This is somebody who, like, nothing's ever good enough for them. There's always something that they can complain about, even though they probably did nothing to make this help happen, right? But this is because this person feels like they should have some sort of control over the situation. The Lovers and the Hierophant. There's a choice here. And this person thinks that conventional beliefs or what other people want you to do is more important to you than it actually is. Because you can see, I think, pretty clearly that even if somebody felt like a soulmate to you, or maybe even still qualifies in your mind as a soulmate, it isn't going the way that you wanted it to. So I feel like there's like a desire for somebody else, or maybe even you have found somebody else that kind of demonstrates for you that you should have been treated better, that you deserve better, right? And just to put this out there, you deserve better even if nobody shows you what you deserve, right? Like if somebody's not willing to put in any effort to resolve a situation with you, they've already shown you that they don't have what it takes to be in a relationship, right? You have to be able to do that conversation, that back and forth, that learning from each other so that you can continually grow, right? And grow together. But if somebody is unwilling to change until they lose what they have with you, that is about the same as somebody who offers me a raise after I put in my 2 weeks notice, like, too little, too late, you know? Like, you didn't value me until you thought you were gonna, like, 100% lose me, like, what the shit is that? Like, I value my friends, I value my family, I value people in my life for what I have with them at that moment, not because, like, I fucked up and then they, like, decided to still be my friend, you know? Like, alright, I'll step off my little pedestal there. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Three of Cups. I don't really like this. The King of Pentacles in the upright is somebody you can rely on, somebody who's responsible, somebody who does what they say they're going to do, right? And we've already established that whoever I'm reading here, this is somebody who doesn't follow through, doesn't actually give you what they say they were going to do, right? But I feel like they're enabled in some way by friends or family members who don't really challenge this person to become a better person. In other words, they may have had a really bad example given to them by their family members where they just figured, I can just be a piece of shit like this and that's just fine because it worked out just great for Uncle Pete, you know? hmm. Did I say? I think I did say hi to Nancy. If not, hi, Nancy. And yes, you're absolutely right, Miss Joanna. You cannot pour from an empty cup, right? And then when that happens, we have to like actually take the time to refill that cup and heal a little bit, right? So I think that's what happened here. Somebody tried to take whatever they could from you and not work on themselves. And now they're realizing that they took too much and they didn't give enough. Six of Swords in the reverse, and that's why we have a situation that can't be resolved, a situation that isn't going to get better because somebody doesn't want to get better on their own. Ten of Pentacles, Justice, and the King of Swords in the reverse. So the Ten of Pentacles can often signify family, can also be like great wealth. I feel like in this particular situation, there is good fortune coming to you and probably difficult challenges headed to this person. So I kind of look at it as with justice being in the middle, we have one person getting the good stuff and one person getting the bad stuff. The King of Swords in the reverse, this is like dishonesty, cruelty. It's like their own words coming back onto them. So if they had like a habit of blaming everybody else, they're going to get to a point where they can't blame anyone else. It's literally just them, right? That's the only person they can blame, because they have to learn this lesson that you can't keep putting all of your shit on other people and expecting them to treat you well, right? Hi, Miss Brianna. How are you doing? So this is a large heaping pile of karma being like delivered with the white gloves. Like, hey, Asa. Bunch on that, because you do have to learn a lesson here. And that lesson is, if you truly love somebody, if you truly feel like you want to be there for somebody, then you can't be an emotional bully. You can't expect them to make everything happen for you. You have to actually be a part of that journey as well. The Sun in the reverse, right underneath the Sun in the upright. So where one person is going to be experiencing probably depression or regret, we may see the Five of Cups come out. The other person, the person who's choosing themselves and realizing they deserve better, they have blessings coming their way. We have the Ace of Pentacles, which is an excellent card. Lines up really nicely with that Ten of Pentacles too, right, Virgo? Lots of pentacle energy here, so definitely feels like that Virgo energy is coming through. So we have the Five of Wands in the reverse, a sense that you're done fighting. You know, like, we've done enough of that. You've said what you had to say. I've said what I had to say. You weren't listening when I said what I had to say. So, like, I think we're done here, right? You know, like a little bit of, I don't see the point in arguing with you anymore, because you have demonstrated you aren't changing. And guess what? Neither am I. Judgment in the reverse and Two of Wands. So somebody here was quick to bet that you would fall back into old ways, or that you would come running back. And they are now realizing, or they will shortly, that that was a bad call on their part. They underestimated your courage and strength and your resolve to have a better situation than the one that they could offer. All right, let's move to the Kipper. For Virgo. Unexpected income. I don't know, that was kind of sideways, you guys. I feel like this is a heads up that there is money for the taking out there, but you do have to be watching your boundaries and staying strong with this. With the main female in the reverse, I feel like for some of you, there's a need to call out that you may have like a mother-in-law, sister-in-law, something like that, that is contributing negatively to the situation. They could be trying to convince you or your person that you guys have to get back together for financial reasons, but I think they would also have the tendency to massage the facts to try to get the outcome that they want. With privileged lady, I get the sense here that we have somebody who was largely responsible for the finances, and that was the person that had to, you know, stand up for themselves, right? Like, I'm not here to just like take care of you. Pathway in the reverse. This person has strayed off of the path. This is like when somebody gets lost and then tries to get another person lost with them so they're not stuck on their own. But you already know, I'm supposed to be walking this way. You're trying to get me to go this way. I'm not letting you influence me anymore. So I feel like you were able to kind of like cut off that influence, right? Hi, Ivan. How are you doing? Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Message of concern and distant horizons. Somebody is concerned because you're going to be far away. Maybe you're moving, maybe they're moving, maybe there are just circumstances here that make it really difficult for you to see each other. This person's trying to make it seem like you're going to be upset about this distance or this change, when in reality, it's all about them. They think about themselves, what's right for themselves. Toil and labor, they are not prepared to put the work in that they tell you that they would. Wealthy man in the reverse. And it looks like they do have some issues here in terms of managing money. So likely to be a little irresponsible, right? Like not necessarily good at prioritizing what to pay, when to have discretionary funds, when maybe you don't have discretionary funds. All right, let's get a few more from the Ghost Tarot. I am. Thank you, Ivan. A cruise? That sounds amazing. I'm sending you good luck. All right, so we have the Emperor in the reverse and the Six of Wands. So somebody was trying to leverage whatever control they feel like they have over you to convince you that this is not the right move for you. But with the Six of Wands, I feel like you prevailed. You were able to either, disconnect from the conversation because you knew it was just going to go in circles, or you were able to very clearly say, look, here's where you're wrong and why you're not going to be able to convince me to change. So we have the Star and Judgment in the reverse. This is really hopeful. I feel like this is you. Somebody has found a way to move forward in a really difficult situation, and it's given them hope. So I feel like you do have kind of like a sign that what you've done here to move away from this, it was the right thing to do. So things maybe feel lighter for you, like something, I don't know, something was resolved that you didn't feel like could be resolved. And there's that Ten of Pentacles again in the reverse with the Seven of Swords. So be careful. This person could feel entitled to your money in some way or your property in some way, especially when they realize that you are probably not going to be responsible for them financially, or if they feel threatened. Be careful because they are a little bit sneaky, right? We had the Fox and the Snake come out. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. Nine of Cups. Somebody was not willing to put in the work, even though it was for whatever their wish fulfillment was. They knew what the risk was, and they still took that gamble, and now they've lost you. Let's get some clarification from the Everyday Tarot. What else do we have for Virgo, please? The World and the reverse. Somebody didn't want to travel. It's like somebody's making a big deal over distance. Knight of Cups in the reverse, right on top of the Knight of Cups in the reverse from the Tattoo Tarot. Yeah, somebody's like throwing a fit over the distance. Like maybe you have kids together or a kid together and they're freaking out because you want to take the kids elsewhere. There's definitely moodiness here over some offer that took you further away. Maybe you got a job offer or something that made it a little bit less next door or like same house or whatever. And they're throwing a big fit over this. But this Ace of Pentacles tells me there's something really positive about this situation. Ace of Swords in the reverse, and this person doesn't want to be honest about it. They're like talking down on an opportunity or a change here that you know is good for you, and it's all because it's not what they want. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, there could be some jealousy here, but I think primarily what I'm seeing is somebody feels threatened by the fact that you can make shit happen and they don't have that initiative, they don't have that productivity, that drive, that ambition like you do. And I think they feel like you've finally realized that. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. This feels like someone expecting you to let go of something amazing because they ask you to. Someone who expects you to choose their best interests over your own. Three of Cups in the reverse. But you're not interested. You're not buying what they're selling. You see right through their bullshit. Good for you. I'm proud of you. You don't fall for their little tricks anymore. You've been around for too long. You've seen too much other shit from them, you know? Like you're just I think I'm good on that, you know? Like why don't you work on telling the truth? Work on yourself. See if maybe life gets better for you, you know? Hi, they're back. All right, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Interesting because we had the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse right here. And now we have it in the upright. Do we also have it? No, that was the Seven of Pentacles. So this is you, I think, working. The number 88 may be important, by the way. This is you working because you don't have the problems they do. Like if there's something you need to do, you just do it. You don't sit around and like make sure somebody sees that you're doing it, you know? With the Emperor, I feel like this is encouragement for you to believe in yourself, that you're able to do what you need to do to get through the situation, get to a better or a more secure situation. So keep positive thoughts in that noggin. We've got the Death card. We have the Coffin, remember, so there's an ending here for sure. Nine of Swords in the reverse, the Devil. Somebody is realizing that you have been able to find an escape, a way out of the situation where they felt like they had you pretty much cornered or bound, like you couldn't get out of the situation, right? Ooh, that sounds like fun. Ooh, you like Bastet? I don't think I'm saying it right. I always say Bast because I don't think it's like the French ending where it's like E-T-T-E. It's more like, I think, Bastet, but I can't say it right. But yeah, we've got a situation where somebody feels like they would be able to convince you to stay or like do something for their benefit, and they're realizing now that you are not codependent. Strength in the reverse. Two of Pentacles in the reverse. There's a lot of instability here, you guys. Somebody who doesn't know how to get rid of the things that hold them back, right? This is somebody who just kind of lets them stay like that. Two of Swords. This person realizes now that they have a decision to make. They have to decide whether or not they're willing to still change, even if it means they don't get you back. I'm going to go with yes. Seven of Swords and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. This person's just a liar, you guys. I'm sorry. They really don't know how to be honest about the situation, because if they're honest about the situation, they have to admit that they messed up. And this is not somebody who likes to do that. All right, let's get a couple cards from the Romance Angel Oracle, and then I think we'll call it. Did I already say that? Sometimes I can't help myself. I have to get a couple more cards, you know. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. You heard the man. You just have to be positive. Children. Remember I said the Sun card might be about children. Your love life is being affected by children and passion. Allow your heart to sing with joy. So I don't really like to get too far into the physical stuff, but I'm just going to tell you guys this. There is somebody interested in you, somebody you're going to meet in the near future, or somebody who already has had their eye on you. And there is some hot sex here, you guys. So sorry, but maybe that'll help you stay optimistic. There's somebody here who really wants to treat you well, and that extends into the bedroom. So that's all I'm going to say about that. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for joining me. And thank you again for liking and subscribing. I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.